When you walk around the lower school and you peek in classrooms, you'll notice that all of the different grades are studying different themes. And we like to use thematic learning in the lower school because it provides a real rich opportunity for children to have in-depth learning. So you might be looking in a third grade classroom and notice that they're studying the gold rush. A first grade classroom will be studying Japan at some point during the year. And here in kindergarten right now, we're studying the ocean. Thematic learning is a combination. It's a glue that holds a lot of information together. It holds a lot of concepts together. Children tend to learn by associating new information with old information, and if we can sort of keep it all together, it helps them learn that new information. But it also is the juicy part of learning. It keeps the children really engaged. Moving free, snails and whales using their tails. Oftentimes, you're not going to see a child run home and say, you know, Mom, Dad, we just learned about the sound of short A. But you sure are going to be hearing that child run home and say, we just made a 16-foot tiger shark today. And it helps them get excited about what they're learning. It also is a great vehicle for them to be able to apply skills that we've been working on throughout the year. And we get to apply those skills in very authentic ways with the children. They're reading, they're writing, they're doing math, and of course they're using lots of different modalities. They're going to be using movement, they're going to be thinking about information from a spatial perspective. You might see them doing a little dance every once in a while as another way to show what they're learning. It also helps integrate. We don't just have science in one corner and math in another corner and reading in another corner, but it's a way to bring together all of those curricular areas.
Do you think that might help people if they get stuck? They can see how the lines work on the
Another aspect that's positive about thematic learning is it provides an organizational structure for the children as they're learning those new concepts. So what we decided to do in this room is look at the food chain. And we started off by asking the children, what do you think is the most important living thing in the ocean? And we talked to them about plankton, and we taught them the importance of plankton in the food chain and in the ocean. So they made some plankton, and of course they worked really hard to make it scientifically accurate. And lo and behold, when the plankton came, then other animals came to our ocean environment and that eat the plankton. So we had fish that came, and we also had scallops that arrived here. And during this thematic study, what we want to do is give children some information, but again, give them authentic ways to use that information. After the scallops were here, then the sea stars arrived. So we learned about sea stars, we understood how they work, and of course, once the sea stars came, the octopus came. And the octopus gave us a really good opportunity to work on some collaborative learning too, because throughout our thematic studies, we like to have opportunities to do individual work, but also to do collaborative work. And so it took a lot of teamwork to build our octopus. They were all working together to stuff the arms of the octopus and, of course, make all of the suckers that were on there. With thematic studies, it's not just about constructing different animals and doing three-dimensional projects. We're always trying to integrate skills that we've been learning. For example, we read this book, which also can be sung, called Splash in the Ocean. And after we did that, the children said, oh, we could make our own versions. So that's what they did. They ended up taking the pattern of the story and they created their own, which they can then sing. Wobble, swishy, swashy. Good job. As a culminating activity for our ocean unit, our ocean theme, one thing that we like to do is to use projects, because it gives children an opportunity to apply what they've learned in ways that speak to them. We have lots of different learning modes, and so what we did is we read a Magic School Bus book. and notice some of the projects that are inside the Magic School Bus book. We brainstormed a list of all different ways we could show what we know about the ocean. And of course, again, we have that organizational structure, and we love to use plan, do, review. 3 steps when we're organizing anything. And so we have ocean planning sheets. And so the children created, thought about what they wanted the project to show that they knew. So this person said, I know where the oceans are, and that's what she wanted to share. And what would be the best way? Well, she decided that sewing would be the best way for her to show that she knows where the oceans are.
Are you ready for that?
Somebody else chose a diorama. An octopus moves with jet propulsion. And so our classroom environment was set up. We have our ocean, we have our food chain. They understand how everything is related. And even though this theme is about the ocean, the bigger picture about interdependence is clear for all of the children. They understand that all of these animals are related and connected in various ways.
Really is helping you, because I noticed that in your drawing.
When you walk into any kindergarten room, you'll be noticing that all the kindergartners are studying the ocean at the same time. And what we've done as a team is we've worked together. We've created goals and skills, assessments, and core activities that are all a part of this theme. Now, it may look different in each classroom, but we all have the same goals that we're working on.